Did you ever check that? Should have probably double checked that chat was working. Twitch.tv and Central. Yep, that works okay. Right, for people that are tuning in, you might even see it on on YouTube. Hello. So I was doing this work anyway, and I figured why not stream it? It might actually make this process a little bit quicker if people are around to help. But I wanted to like look into, as you're sort of seeing, like the organizations for China, like who's going to be likely to get in for VCT, if so why, if not why, as much as we possibly can. Like we don't have the same, I guess, financial information that the like Riot would do on these kind of things. So yeah, I thought it was going to be like a good little thing to work on. I'm just going to throw this on as a thumbnail. I probably should change the title actually to be something a bit more lively. Update title. So learning. Is it just me here? For the time being, I've literally just gone live, neckhead. Talking China Rumours. Yeah, I see you. You've spoken before anybody in Twitch, which is kind of a first, but yeah. So yeah, I wanted to like learn a bit more about these orgs, like when they were formed, how clouted these guys are, like what other esports they're in, notably. Because there's some really interesting teams like DRG, they're not in the LPL. They're not really in any other esport. Yet they have 1.8 million followers on Weibo. I was like, why? And it turns out that they're quite a good Arena of Valor team. And I think that these like outlier orgs that have a huge following that aren't part of the LPL already might be able to sneak in, I suppose, to a partnership thing. Because it's wild to me that like the rumors for RNG making it are very unlikely. But they're in the LPL. They have been in the LPL for a good amount of time. They have a huge audience. And yet, why they're not likely was probably financials. There's also the thing that's happened where they haven't paid their manager. So I've heard the comparison of like they're the EG of China. So I think Riot is just not really wanting to really mess with those kind of people. So like looking at all of this, you kind of get a good sense of, all right, this team, something is going on behind the scenes for them to not be in a good position, because this seems to really tick all of the boxes. The other aspect of it, I guess, as well, is if they've been in the LPL for quite some time, Riot are very like intimate with the knowledge of the organization, how they've run, probably their financials and stuff too, has been part of the league. I imagine that kind of stuff is a bit more privy to them. So yeah, I think that stuff like this is, something's gone wrong along the way, you know? And like we haven't even got on to like tech, because I want to know sort of where they are. WBG disbanded. Yeah, there was sort of a rumor. I'll find my Twitter and I'll show you, because I'm pretty sure I just retweeted it. So I think it's on here. Teammate have actually disbanded. Blix also said that they're LFT. AX Fullerin, Ishiki. So I'm really unsure on what this means. We spoke about it a little bit because Plix LFT'd Sunday, I think. Saturday, Sunday. And so there's a real, like, maybe they got partnership and they've just dropped in their team to pick up somebody better, because Weibo didn't do amazingly well. I think even off like Ascension points alone, they would have made Ascension, but it's not something that was like, they weren't a top contender ever. They were just somewhat consistent. So they might have pulled the plug, maybe because they got partnership and they want to pick up potentially a Trace or an Attacking Soul or an RNG, like whoever doesn't make Ascension. Like there's been this rumor pretty much since like day one that JDG, which is a massive organization, I think what's the the thing that people are talking about at the moment, because they were favorites to win Worlds this year. JDG, they spent $6 million on their league roster, and they lost in the semis of Worlds. So what's going on? So today I was doing this work anyway, because spoiler alert, I'm on Plat Chat tomorrow, and so people were talking about China. I kind of wanted to do some like research into the organizations and learn a little bit more about like who they are, who's likely to make it, but they want everything else though. True, yeah. Like I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. I think it's just like JDG, so the reason why I'm talking about them is massive organization, pretty dominant, favorites for Worlds, didn't win it, doesn't matter. The rumor has been for a long ass time that they were really keen to sign the Trace roster, and I think it's a case of if Trace don't get partnered, they don't get in these like 10 partner slots, they play an Ascension and Trace win it, Trace are going to keep their roster. If Trace don't get partnership, go into Ascension and lose, JDG might be picking up this Trace squad. That's been a room pretty much since I started watch partying, so right at the start of Act 2. Maybe stuff's changed. You're going famous. Yeah, I mean, I like Plat Chat. I've been on it a couple of times, but not for a while. Not since I think I was in Germany. I think so. It would have been like last year, mid last year. Probably talking about EMEA, so it's interesting to talk about a different region. But yeah, I kind of wanted to learn a little bit more about like, because I didn't know that Rare Atom was Vici Gaming. Episode 78 or 79, if I recall correctly. Are you keeping tabs? Yeah. It was a while ago. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I always kind of feel quite nervous going on it. Usually I'm pretty like laid back and I don't really kind of care. But I think it's just because of like Discord lag and stuff like that. I never want to interrupt people. I felt like I was interrupting Sideshow a lot on the stream. But like there's only so much that can be helped. And also because it's all done from the States, like usually when Kurt produces it, there's like that across Atlantic lag, which makes things even more awkward. So yeah, I think I want to do this. I want to watch a little bit of Talon, which I might do tomorrow, and catch the Game Changers VODs as well. You'll do fine. Yeah, it should be good fun. I just hope to be insightful. But I think, yeah, I was just building this and I was just thinking, I might as well stream this because somebody might be able to help. Because there's a lot of fucking translating Weibo clout followers because these numbers are absurd. Like I didn't realize that EDG had 7 million followers on Weibo, but I didn't realize that they've been around for this long, for 2013. Yeah, so this is just something that I wanted to fill out of just like some of these. It's pretty much in points order, and I talked about okay, these teams are likely to make partnership, I'd say. Then what teams aren't likely, sort of at a glance see why. I think Trace is like, they're not in the LPL. They're fairly new-ish. They used to be called Totoro Gaming, but I think that was still 2020 when they founded. But like 400k Weibo followers, they're in Crossfire. They're not really doing too much else. So as an org, when it comes to their financials, might be great. They might actually have like that's probably a good thing actually to track, is like owners. Like if they're owned by a big conglomerate, but I don't think that information is going to be readily available on a lot of stuff. Because I don't know who EDG is owned by. Like I don't know who they were. RNG is going to make partnership. If RNG don't make it, I don't know who does. I think they've got a lot of bad PR at the moment because they have a manager that they've not paid. So that's kind of rough. And I think that generally speaking, they just have bad rep across the scene. Like they're not really in a good position, I think, when it comes to like chances of qualifying. especially with all of the shit that Riot seems to be going through with, for example, Evil Geniuses, I think that Riot is very careful with who they jump in bed with, especially because Riot are the ones paying them to be a part of the league instead of just accepting their money and then kind of being at the mercy of the orgs if they start to fall apart. They have their own fucking stadium. Okay. Plays home games at the Shanghai Electric Industrial Park. Jesus Christ. It doesn't say who formed it. Like, I don't know if it just seems like they're their own, like, company, I guess. It's not like Wolves that are owned by Lawson or whatever. The Guard were owned by billionaires. Yeah, and look how badly that turned out. They've also been in league for a long time. Yeah, I mean, I'm only going off what was generally said, but in all of the rumored, like, lists of teams, that's why there's someone at the bottom here, like LNG, KBG, Ultra Prime. They've not done anything in Valorant so far, but they're names that have sometimes, like, I've probably been sent a list of 10 teams in China 6 or 7 times by 3 or 4 different people. And these are some of the names that have just cropped up. But these are the names that seemingly are there 90% of the time. I think the only one that isn't is Rare Atom, but EDG, FPX, Bilibili are all on every list I've seen. At least RG players get signed into T1 though. I mean, hopefully. Yeah, Swell had a really good stage. Minimized did. I mean, Papa Smurf could be a really good coach for the China scene as well. WBG is Weibo? Yeah. Edward Zhu on EDG. Okay. I guess if I just put Edward, it sort of sells it enough. But like some of these are like this is owned by obviously FunPlus. But some of these other ones I'm curious on, like where they got their money from. Maybe if I just even type it in. Who owns Trace Esports? That's Crew. Nothing Lionel Messi owns Trace. Like stuff like this I don't think we're really going to get the answer for. Because they are quite a small org. For Rare Atom, who owns Rare Atom? Who owns... Well, okay, so Vitry Gaming. Who owns Vitry Gaming? Because VG Gaming is still a thing that's going around, or have they rebranded everything into Rare Atom? I think only just a few minor things that they've rebranded to Rare Atom. Oh no, everything. This family of Chinese real estate billionaires. Are we talking about Edward? Apparently Weibo had potentially disbanded. I need to keep that tweet up actually. Because I saw the Plex LFT'd a couple of days ago. And then Hesketh tweeted saying that like Zoomers said that they've left. So it seems that everybody is left on the roster for WBG, which could mean that they got partnership and they're like, we're just cutting our roster and just starting again. Like pick up somebody that doesn't make ascension. But I'm not really sure what the hell's going on there. What are these China rumors? Well, it's just various orgs that could get in. What's your prediction for game changes today? The games are the top of the bracket, right? I think similar to what Platchat said. Like this, I'm not too sure on. I feel it'll be a really good test to see where like Evil Geniuses are after losing whatever their player was. That was it. Evil Geniuses that had the player that, because they won the recent event, so they qualified off the back of that. But they had a player, yeah, that just fucked it up for themselves. So good on them. This one's really interesting though. I think the Team Liquid should win it. It wouldn't surprise me that even though G2 goes and is objectively worse than they were this time last year by losing Giuliano and Mary, it wouldn't surprise me if G2 goes and still just managed to muster up a run and get things going. But yeah, it's kind of weird, I think, for tomorrow. Tomorrow's games are going to be good, though. I won't be surprised if that indeed is just the players haven't been let go so they can pick up new players for non-partner teams. Yeah. Do you think Shopify Rebellion have a chance? I don't know if I've missed something, but I feel like people talk about Shopify Rebellion as if like they're not favorites when they very clearly should be. Like, they lost the grand final here and they've dropped like a map, but they dropped a map to Shopify anyway. Who's the most famous person that you know / met? Unironically, probably XQC. Like, we follow each other on Twitter. Actually, I knew him from like the very early days when he streamed Overwatch, because I used to do Overwatch content, and he was genuinely one of the nicest people to work with. Like, he was super accommodating, like on his schedule. Back then, it was like interviews of like talking to different streamers and like pro players on how to play certain characters. For him, it was like Winston or Reinhardt. And usually I go, oh, I'll just like rip some gameplay from your stream, and they're like, okay, sure. But XQC sent me like a Google Drive folder full of all of this gameplay, like all of his favorite games and like plays and moments. Like, he went above and beyond to give me stuff to work with in the video. And he actually approached me and was like, hey, I know that you've like been interviewing pros and stuff and how to play certain like heroes in Overwatch. Like, I'd love to do one on like Reinhardt or Winston or whatever for main tank if you'd have me. I was like, yeah, sure, because I'd watched his stream a bit anyway, because he streamed quite early at that time. But yeah, probably XQC. And then he's just grown massively, I guess. People thought they got a chip because C9 White lost last time. Yeah, but I think one of the reasons that they lost last time is because they went up against G2 that had a massive amount of LAN experience. Yeah, like DRG, like Dragon Ranger Gaming, they have 1.8 million followers on Weibo, and they're not in anything. So I don't know if they were another org before. Like, I know that there's a Dragon Gaming one, but I don't think it's them. It might just be that they were really good in Arena of Valor. Hey, Sido. Yeah, I feel like Shopify should still be favorites in this tournament. I think BBL are a dark horse, but I mean, they could just crumble under the pressure too. So yeah, who owns Vici Gaming? Is it just this? Or is this something else entirely? Yeah, that might be something else entirely. Didn't SI literally have their coach fired for the finals? Yeah, but that was the same org but a different team. Because that was Rob Wiz. Yeah, I mean, I think the East Asian scene is going to surprise. It's a shame that like EDG are missing like their star player because they're having like open heart surgery, I think. Yeah. I mean, I think it's so tricky. When you just have one international tournament a year, it's so tricky to really get a gauge on where these teams are. I don't really know where these guys are from. I wonder who owns Trace. Oh, we didn't get the answer for that. I'll probably get answers to them eventually. Who owns Attacking Soul Esports? Because they're quite small as well. I mean, for followers, yeah, 300k on Weibo is fucking nothing when you look at some of the other orgs that are around them. So that's probably the biggest reason why Attacking Soul, despite actually attending international events, like making Tokyo, and then a good, I'd say, yeah, like top 5 team consistently for sure. I think the points actually for this tournament have really solidified what I think of like these 6 teams. I think RNG is a lot worse, but who knows what they're gonna do. I mean, Billy owns this, so that's an easy one. Who owns Royal Never? It's like Royal something, isn't it? Yeah, Huya. So they've got like a massive conglomerate looking over them too. No, I mean Weibo owns Weibo. Like Huya, it's the other one. There's Huya and then there's Douyu. And then who owns Dragon Ranger Gaming? Considering this is the thing that shows up first, I feel like this is probably like a really big important team in Arena of Valor. So yeah, I'm not really sure where this team has come from. Who owns Billy Clueless? Yeah. It is still kind of wild. Like, it's us having like Twitch esports teams. I mean, no idea. That's a complete anomaly of a team if I've ever seen one. Tyloo. Actually, yeah, who... Like, Tyloo's a weird one because Tyloo's been around for ages. Like, they're in PUBG as well. That's another big one to actually add. Well, like, they've been in CS since 2005. No other org has been around longer than them, I'm pretty sure. But I guess I'm quite surprised that Tyloo's been around for so long, and they've not been a part of, like, League, for example. Maybe they're in Dota 2? I mean, yeah, they're in Dota. They were in the international, so yeah, they've had a good following there. Like, have they ever been involved in League? It's the fact that you go to the Tyloo page for League of Legends and it's like they're best known for the CS team. Like, they're in the LDL, okay, so that's not second tier. Yeah, YouTube esports, Twitch esports, Instagram gaming. So top. Yeah, top is in... It says top esports. League is going to be the place that has the most information on it. They were founded in 2017. And they joined the LPL in 2018. Usually these are quite good. Owned by Top Sports. So who is... They're previously known as Top Sports Gaming. Oh, so they've been around earlier. It's still like 2017 now. Oh, like, because this page just takes me to that. But when did they rebrand to Top Esports? Oh, here we go. So this is Top Esports. This is Top Sports. So yes, they rebranded in 2020. Yeah, 2020-ish. But this is all information from since they formed. All right, so wait, 2017. So I got that. They're owned by Top Sport. So what the hell is Top Sport? Is it a China organization? I mean, Top Esports is on Wikipedia. I want to know more about Top Sports. How about Esports Club? Yeah, they're in PUBG too. And they won an LPL. I just don't know why. Like, oh yeah, this is owned by this massive apparel company, and you Google it and you can't find anything. I just remember PUBG from years ago when I used to play it. Never thought I'd have an esports. Yeah, I mean, I'm still surprised that it's as big as it is, I guess. I mean, I imagine that PUBG's fallen off a little bit, but it still seems to be probably one of the more popular ones. Oh, is this like by organization how much they've won? I mean, that's a really handy thing to have, because this is really handy. Because 4 Angry Men, I thought it was literally the name of an unsigned team, but I guess 4 Angry Men as an esports name makes a lot of sense for PUBG because it's a 4-player game, right? I mean, you could get solos, duos, and 4 players, I think. And 17 Gaming, same sort of thing. Because, like, I guess the thing that I want to do with this is, if for some crazy reason 17 Gaming get in for VCT as a partner team, I'd like to know why. I'd like to know where like their fan base is coming from, and ultimately what Riot are thinking for bringing them in. Because I think that's probably what's going to happen. I feel like this is there's some surefire names on here. Like Top is not very likely, because I just feel like there's going to be some real big curveballs. In fact, I think I'm going to change that to very likely, because I think that's a bit of a stretch. But like Nip, a lot of people are like, oh, surely Nip gets in. I was like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, RNG, same sort of thing. I think that this list is going to be very wrong in some cases. Weren't Nip leaked to be pretty much confirmed? I mean, it's been a while since they were, and stuff has changed. Like Invictus Gaming is down here, and they've been in the LPL pretty much since its inception. And on Flynn's sheet, it said that Invictus Gaming were meant to be in, but now they're not. Which I have to imagine, again, is like financial issues. Like Invictus don't really have a Valorant team. I mean, they did, but it didn't do anywhere near as well as you might expect, I suppose. But yeah, I think that there's like a lot of really interesting things that could happen. And I do think that the list of teams that are going to make it is going to be a little bit peculiar. But on that note, I think that all of the lists for teams in the franchise leagues have been peculiar. For example, like RRQ in Pacific. I don't know about you guys, but I'd never heard of RRQ as an organization before they were announced for the Pacific League. And that's because they're like pretty big in like mobile esports. And that's what Tech is really big in other games that aren't League of Legends. Which makes sense that if Riot wants to go out and be like, hey, we want to give you money to play as part of our league, they don't really need to worry about their own like LPL teams. They want to bring in the other massive orgs that aren't involved in the Riot esports scene all that much. Because maybe Tech get involved in VCT, and then in the future, Tech might spend some money and get an LPL slot off one of these other teams that might not have the financials to do it. And then Tech might have a Wild Rift team. And also, another key thing that I was thinking about the other day, actually, we are getting Valorant on mobile. So I think getting some of these big mobile like esports organizations into VCT for like the official like PC game really helps them double down on bringing those teams in for when the mobile game comes out. I don't think Riot are really using LPL as a benchmark for who should get in. No, not. I agree. I think if anything, people might assume, oh, because these orgs are in LPL, that they should get in. And I think that, yeah, if they've been good partners and they've basically stayed afloat money-wise, Riot would want to keep working with your EDGs, your BLGs, FPXs, like orgs that have been very invested and have a lot of revenue and can sort of survive in it anyway. But if, for example, NIP or RNG are struggling financially, it makes sense for Riot to go, actually, we're not really that keen on getting you involved. We want to get people that like have money that we can maybe draw them into play and involve themselves in our other esports as well. Do you know when a mobile game would come out? I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure it's been like pretty much confirmed that they're doing a mobile version of the game. I think they're doing console. I'll be curious to see if they do and how that goes. But again, it's been like rumors. I don't think there's been any confirmation of that from like Riot's side. I think they might try and sub their fighting games. Yeah, for sure. Like, it just feels like Riot are looking for... Because Riot are effectively handing out money for these teams to be involved in their scene. Riot can be picky, and they can reserve the right to tell people to piss off. How likely are Weibo to get in? I would have said very, but the fact that, like, the roster's falling apart, like, everybody's leaving it, is a little bit concerning. Because if Weibo don't get in for partnership, they can't play Ascension because they don't have a team. So there's a really big, like, question mark around this team overall. That's why it's in bright red with a question mark. I couldn't imagine a mobile FPS. I always found that, like, games like that tend to play out better than you'd think. But I remember when Overwatch announced on the Switch was a thing, and it never felt like, oh, that's just going to feel janky as hell. And then you try it, and it feels really intuitive. So for mobile phone, I think it'd be more of the same. I just wonder, realistically, what they would change about the game in order to make it better for phone. Like, do any of the bits of utility get changed? Like recon darts, for example? Do they get made bigger so it's easier to, like, break them? But yeah, like, most people that play it properly will play, like, on iPads and stuff. But I don't know what, like, Call of Duty mobile works like. Had to see Valorant feeling intuitive on console, at least for movement and fights. I mean, yeah, I think it's still worthwhile, especially for the UK market. If they can get Valorant into console and then into the UK that way, I mean, that could be massive in itself. But I wonder what they do about the esports scene at that point when you have Valorant mobile, Valorant console, Valorant PC. Would you just, well, obviously Valorant mobile, it's kind of like Wild Rift. Like, it'd be its own tournament and its own ecosystem. But console, would that get any esports? Would people care that much? That's what I'm curious about. But mobile could be next year, could be in 5 years. It's so hard to tell. I don't know how long developing a game on mobile that's sort of already out anyways, how easy that is. Apex Legends has a mobile version of the game. Standalone without any crossplay. Yeah, I mean, there wouldn't be any crossplay for a tech shooter like this. But like COD at that point. Yeah, exactly. Like, if COD Mobile can get it going, and PUBG Mobile is also a massive, massive esports. It's definitely worthwhile for Riot to trend in that direction. Especially if they've got big Chinese org owners, because I think mobile esports is probably bigger than, well, for China, not as big as something like League, but I can't imagine mobile gaming is that far off. It's huge, but I think everything is huge in China, you know? But definitely for, like, Asia, like somewhere like India and stuff like that, like over Pacific regions, mobile gaming is crazy big. I'd be interested to actually cast and do esports stuff on, actually. Yeah, mobile gaming is, and it's getting bigger. As phones are getting much more powerful, esports and stuff are going to get bigger as well. It's just big to the sheer amount of people. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Of course. I'm going to pop to Lou actually real quick. And then we'll sort of finish off some of these. I'm definitely interested to learn a bit more about tech. Because I didn't know anything about them as an organization. And the more that I found out about them, the more I'm like, maybe. And they have a good Valorant team as well that they could just keep and build around. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, be right back. Over them. All right. Sorry, let me just catch up on chat on here. I'm just talking about like that. All right, sorry. Yeah, so where are we at on here? Top esports. Got this Weibo page. I've been trying to look at Twitter as well, but some teams just don't have Twitters. Why is it asking me for a password? Oh, there we go. So this is weird to read because this is 10,000. So this isn't 531k followers. This is 5.3 million followers, which is an absurd amount of people. It's also hard to tell like which is this is the just the VALORANT page and stuff like that. It's usually worth just checking, but I think this is the right one. God knows what we're gonna find as well. I don't know if just me put top esports is gonna work. I imagine this is the main page. Oh wait, what's this? Some of these are usually like fan clubs. I'm not sure. I mean, it's just, yeah, I think they're like sort of little fan club things. So I gotta imagine that's the main page. And then, well, just look at the Twitter, see what that's like. 50k. I mean, nobody really has a following on Twitter, but it's just crazy that you can have 5 million people on one platform and 50k on another. But such is the way. Titan Esports Club. PUBG Mobile. I think that's the. It's probably the game that's got them as much of a following as they do. Is this the same or is this something else? Chinese Peacekeeper Elite Team. The same when they were founded. I mean, that's probably when they founded their PUBG team. Peacekeeper. Is that what PUBG Mobile is called over there? What is Peacekeeper Elite? So it's just their like tournament name. Highest level. It said history created 2021. Yeah, but I don't know if that's they formed a PUBG team in 2021 or when the org was created. Okay. What is this? Is this the same org? I don't think so. It dissolved in 2016. Oh, Existence was on this roster. So was Scream. Okay, never mind. This was actually like a pretty big org back in the day. Oh. I mean, these guys, I feel like would maybe have a massive following on Weibo. I was going to say not too bad, but it's still 1.7 million people. Where are we at? So I think 2021 maybe. I'm just going to put theirs because it's not really an answer anywhere else. Yeah, it says created. It doesn't say founded. And like 1.4 million that they've made from winnings. I'd love to be able to try and do that and collect all of the winnings across all esports, but I think that would just be a nightmare. Unless there's some place that's collated all of that together. What was the page that Cider sent me? Oh, you linked it a while ago. I don't know if you still have it though. Can I still scroll up and grab it? There we go. I'll keep that because people keep asking. Oh, this is fighting games. This is another link. Here we go. So yeah, 4 Angry Men have made a lot from PUBG. Wait, what? Did D-Man actually play in this tournament? I mean, I assume so. Fair enough. I didn't realize it was 46 though. Looks good for it. Titan was crazy in CS? Yeah. Yeah, Tech have got good money. So this is all time, isn't it? So it's just probably a good one to watch out for. Can we get this on PUBG Mobile as well? Wikipedia. Statistics, I'd imagine. Same sort of thing. Hungry Men are just... Maybe they're in for a short partnership with the money they're making fucking esports. 46? Yeah, apparently. Regans Gaming. Good to see. Yeah, like, I didn't know much about Regans as well, but they did pretty well in this last stage. They might even make Ascension, but... Yeah, I guess this is kind of crazy. The Tidy Sports Club, 1.4 million. Reject 2, yeah. I mean, the Reject a thing in... Are they a Chinese org? Japanese, ah. Still moving under gunfire. Smug. Smug is actually a great acronym name. Oh, it's SMG. I didn't actually know that's what it meant. I had no idea that Team SMG was still moving under gunfire. Definitely like interesting names. That's PUBG Mobile. So that's that, and that's PUBG. Any other? Is there an Arena of Valor Wikipedia? Surely there is. Yeah, there is. So statistics on this. Who's earning money in this game? 10 million. Wolves, Weibo again. There's Dragon Ranger. So yeah, they actually are like pretty a big deal in Arena of Valor. Bacon Time. Edward Gaming. Any news on where Defo might go? I remember he was on the Chinese team. That was a while ago. Like, we haven't seen Defo play on like the Evolution series, for example. I think he's back on a stack in I was gonna say the UK, but you know what I mean. He's back in Europe. Wait, is it Defo? Yeah. You played in Project V. Granted, he didn't play much, but he's on this V team. With Meadow, Louis Tan. Actually, good to see Louis Tan. Like, this is a player that I know Gorilla's been hyping up for ages. Is a potential up and comer. So yeah, can get rid of that. Did we learn anything about Titan Esports Club? I can't read what it says. Coral, hello. Yeah, it was a while. Yeah, it wasn't these recent tournaments that we've been seeing, that's for sure. So it's kind of hard to say how he's been doing because I've not really had the chance to watch him. Any information, anything to work with for this org? Does it not like it? I don't think there's much that they're doing outside of it. I don't think we found anything for Tyler either. Yeah, PUBG Mobile. Are they in PUBG as well? Not in a major way. Yeah, I think for Angry Menace and all, maybe. If I'm Riot, I'm definitely looking. Oh, it says 4 AM is in the time. It's just plain text. I think that there's maybe potential for them. They joined there. When was NIP founded? I think NIP's going to be the easiest, but we kind of know a lot about them. When were they founded? 2000. Well, it definitely wins the award for like oldest org. Owned by... Actually, that's a good question. Who owns NIP? I don't think any... Like, it was just a team that was formed and played, right? I don't think it's, like, owned by a major company. I'm not going to question my these. I'm just going to keep them blank. Because they're owned by others, but it's just, I guess, like Wolves, I think, is a really important one. So there are some like big companies I'm supposed to keep an eye on. But yeah, NIP not really owned by anybody. I'm really curious actually how many followers NIP have on NIP LPL. How many followers they have on Weibo? Where are you? Weibo, sorry. So that's 2.8 million. That's pretty good going. Let me just double check that is. Pretty sure it is. Translate. Yep. Because this is 10,000, so they do it like that. It's not a clue as to why. I mean, NIP have been in all sorts. Weibo. I think for this, I just want to put like, motherfucker, they are the platform. But they probably have a big following. I imagine that that's probably been pushed a little bit. NIP has merged with V5 last year. Okay. Weibo Gaming. How long have they been a thing? Since 2021, really? I thought they would have been around a bit longer. I mean, does that line up here? Yeah. Were they founded? No, they were just founded in 2021. Okay. Weibo and Billy the two besides CDG, I'm sure to make it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just because they have money doesn't mean, like, just because they have money doesn't mean that they're necessarily always going to be financially interested. You don't want them to pull out, at least. Similar like the Guard, right? Like Guard didn't run out of money. It's just that their main investors of like Crunk and all that kind of stuff, like it's not worth it anymore. They acquired Suning Gaming. Okay. Weibo are pretty big in other stuff as well. Like their name keeps cropping up like everywhere. Because Weibo is partway down on this list, I'm pretty sure we saw. Where are they? I saw them for a split second, I swear. Just gonna do that. Ooh. Oh, not on there. Okay. There they are. So they're making good money in Arena of Valor. And they're making good... I think this is the one I checked, yeah. There's PUBG, Arena of Valor, Counter-Strike. Not maps. Wait, did I get rid of this one? Is that what I did? No. PUBG Mobile? This is PUBG, Arena of Valor. There we go. And then Weibo's here too. Oh, the line one. Tech is here, so... Tech is mostly... Well, it's only PUBG Mobile, I think. They're not in Arena of Valor, are they? At least not big earners. Curious, I guess, that they got such a big following from one esport. 17. 17's a big one, actually. 17 Gaming. PUBG, I am... Well... Yeah, PUBG's the big one. Feels like PUBG is the only one. Founded 2021. I mean, I'm just going to assume that that's it. Owned by... good question. Who owns 17 Gaming? Not that, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think of that. No idea. So they're big in PUBG. What they like on Weibo? 800k. It's not a massive following, unless there's like more. This is probably just it. So yeah, just 800k on Weibo. But they done well in PUBG. Nothing in Arena of Valor. Nothing really in PUBG Mobile. So it's just PUBG that's like their main game. I mean, Twitter clout doesn't seem to really matter, so I'll just hide this one. Night Wings Gaming, I think it is. Night Wings Gaming. I mean, nothing's really showing up, is it? Everything that's showing up is just Valorant. So I don't think that there's going to be much on this. Really? 124 followers. Surely that can't be right. "17 Showers the owner 17 Gaming." Who's 17 Show? Ooh. Wait, he was the founder and he played for the team? So it's just purely a PUBG org. There's surely this can't be right. Is this it? That's not much better. Something's fucked here. I can't work it out. Are they just are they effectively an unsigned team? I mean, well, they're not going to be in. How many followers did it say that it had? 124. Like, how? I mean, there's just nothing about this org. We go back to when, like, it started, because that's probably when they found it. 2021. I'm very, very confused. So many of these have like really good followers. Did I do tech on this? Yeah, 1.7 million. I mean, there's just... Okay, there's nothing on Nightwings Gaming. That's fine. 4 angry men. I should probably have esports. So they're in PUBG Mobile and PUBG. Inspired by the movie 12 Angry Men. 4 AM in the morning, hard training for esports players. You know, fair enough. They formed in 2019, so they've been around a good amount of time. And then, who are they owned by? Who owns 4 Angry Men esports? Oh, what's this? Got some juicy gossip about... Under the microscope lately, with roster announcements, shocking changes, and failed negotiations running rampant, and now Team Secret and their CEO, John Yao, has chimed in, publicly calling out the 4AM organization on Weibo. I don't understand why Dota 2 players join noob orgs that don't know what the fuck they're doing. If you spend all this effort to form a really strong team, realize that the majority of money in Dota is from the prize pool anyways. Either join a good org that can take care of you, help support you to win and further amplify your strength, or just forego some salary and do your own thing. If joining a shit org like 4AM really worth what they are paying you, assume that they even fulfill their contract obligations. Alright. I mean, to have the Team Secret CEO call you out like that way is pretty bad. I mean, they have a lot of money. So maybe that's something that's not going to help them. Is just maybe they just have a bit of a shit. Owned by previous LPL player Godv. Really? I don't know if you're trolling me at this point. Don't see anything about 4AM. He's got a fucking Wikipedia page. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't. No, he didn't found it. Small logs don't have too many fans because roster changed frequently before China server came out. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like probably just a small group putting it together. Which, you know, understandable really. I guess it's more surprising that they got Crystal and Vlad on this team. Maybe they fell for the same trick that I did. I assumed that they were like more of a potential big deal. But 4 AM on Weibo is the question. How many followers do they have there? Ooh. Really? I thought there'd be a lot more. Maybe again, this is just their PUBG page. I don't think so, though. Yeah, they only have 300k followers here. So, it's so weird that, like, 4AM have managed to do more in, like, PUBG and PUBG Mobile. And they have a fraction of what 17 Gaming have got in followers. And certainly, like, I'm really perplexed as to why that is. Maybe it's just the same here. Like, it's just they're not really doing content as much. Oh, kind of like they've got a buy or somebody like that. Kamito kind of shit going on. I don't know. I was expecting a lot more. I thought 4AM was like, potential, you know. JDG. I mean, I know the G is for gaming, but let's just put that. JD Gaming. Officially Beijing Intel Esports Club. Overwatch team? Do I remember them in Overwatch? I don't. You cannot find exact owner of an org. You should search the divided by can translate. I mean, I just want to get it like at sort of face level, really. I don't need to go. So they were founded in 2017. Same year that they joined the LPL. I think it's just more like if they're owned by like a big company, like Wolves is, and like obviously that Royal Never Give Up are. I don't think it's JD Gallagher estate agents that own it, but I've been wrong before. It's crazy that they have their own stadiums. Like, there's so many like things like that going on. They're in Wild Rift and they're in Valorant. Okay. So it's just JD. Fair enough. Easy enough. Not like fucking JD Sports here, but another one. Jingdog is like an Amazon-like platform. They began to use their own stadium this LPL summer in Beijing. I mean, that's cool. Whilst other esports are kind of just falling apart, trying to keep things going, the China Esports organizations have their own stadiums. So what is it? Jingdong? I swear, if you're fucking trolling me with some of these names, I'm gonna go crazy. I assume that you're right. Yeah. It's a lot of money. 250 billion. Oh, they own... It's not often that you see people owning Tencent. It's usually the Tencent are owning you. And they got a 10% stake in Walmart. LNG also have their own stadium. I mean, yeah. LNG is a name that I keep hearing cropping up that's potentially in for partnership, but I don't know anything about them. So again, that's the whole point of doing this. I did want to check YouTube actually because I closed the chat. So sorry if you've been talking on YouTube and I haven't seen it. I think it was just Jackie before. Yeah, I answered that question before anyway, so just wanted to double check. Anyone that I feel like I was neglecting YouTube completely. Ding dong. JDG, I imagine, have a fucking lot of followers on the old Weibo. Actually, not that much. Again, I feel like this is... I don't get that, but am I reading it wrong? Actually, I might be reading it wrong. That might be 3 million. It's either 3 million or 300k. Oh, that's what I did last time. I don't want to do that again. Yeah, okay, so that's 3.46 million. I think I got one of these other ones wrong. Maybe 4 AM. That might be 3 million. Yeah, I think I've read these wrong. Yeah. Okay, that's better. 2.9 mil. I'm still sure that's 124. 17 gaming. Is this it? Because this could be 8 million. I think it is though. Yeah, it's not. Alright. JDG is not a very popular team despite the success compared to other LPL teams near the top. Why is that, do you reckon? Like, is that just they don't have players that are popular? They're not signing content creators? Because I mean, JDG spent a lot of money this year alone, right, on their League of Legends team. Players don't have big brands, and I guess there's not really, they're not streaming much, they're not making content on, I guess it'd be Bilibili. EDG might also start their own stadium in Shanghai 2-3 years later, but I don't know that much in detail. Yeah, interesting. I mean, are they gonna do it what they tried to do at the Overwatch League, where some of the LPL games are like home and away? Old story teams like Top and WBG world champions. So even if a team like wins Worlds or wins LPL, China fans don't seem to really care as much as they would do for the older orgs. Navigating Bilibili without speaking Chinese is so difficult. Yeah. I watched a couple of Alan's streams actually through Bilibili. That's probably the best place to go. The IG 2018 players are massive. Ah, interesting. I mean, I think Invictus is having money issues at the moment, which is why they're not likely to get in. Which again is mad considering they've been here from the beginning. All of EDG stream on Huya, I would recommend that. Ah. Because LoL is an old game. Also, EDG players do stream on Twitch as well, don't they? A tiny bit? I don't know, I might be wrong. LGD I do know, because LGD used to be in Overwatch. And I guess in Dota too. Lot of fucking money won in Dota, holy shit. I think when it comes to probably like Orgs, I mean, I imagine Orgs make a lot of money in Dota anyway. Like OG have made 36 million, Team Liquid are up here. LGD, yeah, Dota is their bread and butter, isn't it? Any of the other big orgs in here from other Invictus? That's kind of it. I wish they said which game at the top of it. Do we know when they were founded? Oh, this is JDG. Sorry. LGD Gaming. Created 2009. Wow, they've been around a while. I guess if they made early money in Dota, then that's going to keep them going for a while. Yeah, 2009. I forgot that they were sponsored by PSG as well. Wait, no. I didn't know that at all. Formerly known as PSG, because PSG have started sponsoring talent now, haven't they? For the Dream. Into the partnership with French football club PSG. The partnership ended in 2023. Shishu is live right now. Oh, birthday stream, I guess. Most funds go to old renowned dogs. Yeah, I guess like the history is a lot more of an important thing in China than the money is. But I imagine, all things considered, money's going to be good. So yeah, LGD been around since 2009. Who owns LGD? From the sounds of it, nobody. Oh, Pinyin. One of the oldest esports organizations in China, and they're in honor of kings. Is Honor of Kings the same as Arena of Valor? Oh, wolves are here. LGD are like LPL Immortals at this point. If they have any money, they sure out spending it on League. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I've heard, that they're in like financial iffy space. So yeah, like original question, Honor of Kings International Championship. A rebrand of the Arena of Valor and the success of the World Champions Cup. So it's just Arena of Valor, okay. They were in Overwatch. I can't remember much about them. Founded in 2009. Owned by Pinyin. I don't think they own it anymore. The Old Godfather, or the Optimistic Family. Christ. So I'm not really sure. Weibo, I imagine they have a lot of followers on Weibo. Is it Weibo or Weibo? Isn't this Weibo? I keep saying it wrong. Yeah, this is like 20 million potentially. Oh no, it's just 2. It's not that much for. But is that LGD? Is this the team, or is this just their? I think this might be a different page. I mean, this page has more followers. So they have one page with 2 million, one page with 2.6. So what's the difference between the 2 pages that I was just on? Because one was this and then one was that. I guess I could Google Lens it. I imagine that the people that are in chat are Chinese speaking. I'm just having to Google Lens it. One is LGD law, okay. So one of them is just LGD generally, and the other one is League of Legends. So I want to put both of them on here. Does any Chinese Overwatch players play Valorant? I heard rumors that Leave or Shy were going to try for Valorant. Yeah, there was like rumors that they'd go to like an academy team, I think. But they are honestly good enough that if there's a lot of teams that aren't keeping their rosters, maybe getting partnered, perhaps that they would just pick up players like that and just build around them. Which would be really odd. Right, this is the curious one. Wolves Esports. So they're in Siege. Made some alright money. At the major, so yeah. What is the biggest esports though? Is there like a main Wikipedia page? Just Wikipedia for this? And then search. I don't want to search a particular game, that's the thing. I want to just look at wolves across all of them. Also, that theme would be nice, thank you. I mean, it's easy to know who fucking owns them at least. Wolverhampton Wanderers. But it's not all necessarily true either, because Wolves are owned by Lawson. Who owns Wolverhampton Wanderers? Fosun. And Fosun are giants, as far as I know. Fosun International Limited. Multinational conglomerate holding company. $1992, and they made $25.4 billion in 2021 and $128 billion. I wonder what like the biggest companies in China are. China's largest companies. That's can't even begin to like. It's the fact that like, oh, we got these massive organizations, and they're not too high up. Yeah, because we looked at JD. Any of these own esports organizations? Top China companies are state-owned? Ah. Yeah. Should have probably seen that one coming. Global 2000 list. I mean, I guess that's why they have such normal names, I guess. Yeah, state-owned, public company. State-owned. Public company. Alibaba Group. Somebody said about Alibaba was something else. So Alibaba Esports Org. Into the International Esports Federation. So they just invested into esports. They don't even have a team. I guess that's kind of cool. It's just actually an unfathomable amount of money that's been spent by or been made by some of these companies. And I've completely lost myself. Fosun. I mean, so they make a lot of money, but they don't make that much money. Not at the same level as like JD. Which probably explains why JDG have spent so much money. Like 16 million in a year. I mean, how much was it that JD made? Is it Jing Dong? Is that what it's called? I don't want to look on their website. I just want to look at the Wikipedia page. Their total revenue, 951 billion yen. So that's 150 billion in 20. So what is 16 million? For me, can do it. 16 million divided by 150 billion. It's like it's 0.00001. They could get away with spending 60 million on a team when they're making that much money. I wonder how much they actually pay the players then. 60 million. Because they'd be like coach, so like 16 million divided by like 6. Well, I guess if it's just the players, it's probably saying 60 million on the players. So divided by 5, divided by 12. So they make $266,000 a month. That is $9,000 a day. They make $370 an hour. Yeah, that's right. That's still not that crazy when it comes to fucking esports money, though. Or like even just football. What was it again? Let me just times by 24 times 30. It's like $250,000 a month. They make like, yeah, it's like football player money basically. So I don't. Good question actually. When was Wolves Esports founded? It is actually nice to sort of go on this site, because I can't imagine Wolves Esports have been around for a super long time. Sponsored by Monster too. News, team shop. Where's your Valorant roster on this? Honor of Kings is just a reader of Valor. Am I right? Am I stupid? Does it say on here? Founded in 2018. Actually, they've been around a while. I thought they were... so 2018. When did Fosun buy Wolves? 2016. Wait, what? What's this? What was this? 2023. Sporting director Matt Hobbs and frustrated head coach Julian negotiating the task of refreshing the tied squad while answering a broader challenge from Fosun. Wolves owners require a profit in the summer transfer window, a big one. It is a period unlike anything since the Chinese conglomerate purchased Wolves in 2016, and it comes amid widespread speculation the club are for sale. A sim that is repeatedly denied but refuses to go away, especially as Grasshopper Zurich, effectively Wolves' sister club, are on the market. So Fosun own a Zurich club as well. They need to bring in more money than they spend. It's due to part being the risk of breaching the Premier League regulations on profit and sustainability, known commonly as financial fair play. Oh, I understand. I knew about like financial fair play, But I didn't realize that that was what caused teams to breach it. So I guess in the sense that the teams like Man City or who breached it recently? Man City's the obvious one. Chelsea probably. That they buy more players than they basically spend too much money that they're not sustainable, so they get fined. Well, they get points docked and stuff, and it means that they can't like Chelsea had it, didn't they? And they couldn't buy or sell any players during the winter transfer period in football, I remember. The issue is broader than simply staying with the rules. Fosun have invested heavily into Wolves recent years, writing off a 1.265 million loan and then partially funded about this. Oh, piss off. I knew it was going to do something like this. 45 million for a club, though, isn't a lot of money. Oh, that's annoying because I do want to read that article. Like, that seems really interesting. I guess it's not all sunshine and rainbows for the football club. Oh man, I do want to read this, but there's not going to be any way. Get off it. No, I don't want to. Wanderers Fosun. With no intentions of selling the club, he finished 13th in the Premier League last season. I mean, yeah. You're in the Premier League, so that's one thing. He stressed Wolves have to be cautious with their summer spending in order to meet the financial fair play rules. When we were in the Championship, we were in the pandemic. We were faced with all kinds of challenges on and off the pitch. The owners have always done the best to support us. They also share our happiness and excitement with every achievement and positive step we make at the club, no matter how big or small. The club needs to make a profit on player trading this summer to avoid exceeding the accumulated 105 million loss over the 3-year period. They sold Ruben Neves. Was Ruben Neves at Hull City? I might be stupid. Oh, was Ruben Neves a player that we were heavily linked to? Why is this on the Hull City News if it's just about Wolves? I'm getting very distracted. I mean, it's the orange kit I think is... I don't think he was ever... No. I think we were rumored to get him. Hey, Galv. I mean, a lot of stuff's coming up where I think he probably scored. Of course, he scores a stunner against us. Yeah. I can't remember who the player was. We were rumored to get somebody big and crazy, like in our first year of the Premier League, but I remember. Anyway, 47 million. Struggled to recruit new signings with his squad. Said he was not asking for incredible signings, and the Spaniard's future as manager is believed. He explained that Wolves were very comfortable on financial fair play following the return to top flight. The impact of COVID on the club's revenue and their need to continue to strengthen an aging squad means Wolves must pay even closer attention and manage it well. So, outlining financial fair play restrictions of worrying echoes on what is coming out of Leicester's last season. Okay. So basically, they can't spend crazy money because their financial fair play rules are so strict. So it's not the Fosen are not committed. It's just they literally can't spend more money because they're going to break financial fair play and probably get screwed over like Leicester were. I heard Weibo not making it into VALORANT VCT China. We call it Weibozo. Yeah. I mean, the only thing I've heard is just this tweet. This is probably like the best guy to fucking follow, I think, for like news on APAC. Like APAC and China. But yeah, just stuff like this is considered for Weibo, but you know how it is. So, how many followers? Oh yeah, that's one thing that we... So if I just put in wolves, will that come up? Or do I have to put in wolves as a full? I mean, I'm just typing wolves into Weibo and hoping that what I need comes up. It's not going to come up. Wolves Esports. They got their Weibo page up on here? No. Maybe they don't even have a page. It'd be dumb if they didn't. They have a China team. Wolves Esports, maybe I have to just do that. Motherfucker, they partnered with Weibo. Like, so where's their page? Come on. In their official page? Is in this? No, this is... In this one? Oh, yeah. You're right. Was that 400k? It's not a lot, but I guess that's expected. Yeah, 400k. And I wonder what their most successful esport is at the moment, actually. Probably not League. Siege. I don't know where, like, Call of Duty Mobile, Wikipedia. I mean, is it just they've got the Call of Duty on the same thing? I think if you go to statistics, it's just Call of Duty money total. Yeah. Yeah, is Hawk the same as Arena of Valor? It's all on the same page, so I assume it is. Yeah, Honor of Kings roster is famous. You mean Wolves' Honor of Kings team? Oh my god, they made a lot of money. Oh, I see. In the same way that PUBG is called something different in China as well. We have this. So there's PUBG there. There's Arena Valor. Yeah, Wolves are the second most earning team. How long have they been going? How did they earn that kind of money? I could be a real shithead. And instead of like the founder of the esports team, I could put when the football club was founded, which was 1877. Okay, I'm going to put under it. Have you seen the DFM news? No, not. I've not seen anything today. Is it on Reddit? Am I even logged in? No. Probably good. No, man. Let me just stop the music and actually see what this is. I don't think I'm going to know any of the players, but I guess it's going to be a good... That's also really loud. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Suggest... I mean, the text is so unreadable as well. My little icons are cute. Alright, honestly, I've deleted everything from my head with this team. So I actually have to double check who's who. And who was on this roster before. Yep, they definitely can't do worse than last year. So this is all today. So the only player that they've kept is Suggest. Correct? So Suggest, you've got Juxjo, Neff, May, and Popagachi. I have a lot of tabs open now, but here we are. ADHD life, I guess. So, Crazy Raccoon, because they merged. Did they officially merge? Or is this just... Anthem's still on the team, but he wasn't in that announcement. So maybe he's just a sixth man. Seems to be a two-way player deal with Crazy Raccoon. So they didn't merge, it's just that they... Yeah, have two-way players. So yeah, basically, a good deal, all things considered. I mean, I don't know much about Juxjo. They were on Fennel. I forgot Jonta was here. Wait, I watched Fennel. Juxjo. What did he play? What did he play? Wait, did he even play with Juxjo in this game? No. So it didn't matter anyway. Okay. Alright, yeah, I mean, like people are saying, it can't really be worse than last year. There pretty much is the Crazy Raccoons team from earlier this year. So Neff, Popagachi, and May. So they'd have Suggest, and then they had Juxjo, which was on Fennel. So it's Crazy Raccoons plus Suggest plus a Fennel player. At least the Fire is better power than Global. Yeah, I mean, was Fennel IGL right? I'm going to assume so. Like, I watched them obviously from like LCQ and not LCQ, Ascension and stuff, but I wasn't watching them closely enough to know who was doing what. And Caesar's on the VLR as well that joined from Varel. I assume because he wasn't in the announcement, right? That he's probably not the 5 players. So Arena of Valor is their main spot. Consider how dominant they've been. 400k followers on this is pretty small. They got 30k on Twitter. Yeah, low key. I wonder. The Wolves Rhine Central. Just watch party for them. I mean, fair play to them because it feels like the organization just isn't fucking about. Like, they just have teams and they're winning stuff. Like, they're not trying to ride any clout. They're not trying to do what like Guild does with like David Beckham and stuff like that. It's just, I guess because it is owned by Fosun, they don't need to really do the advertising. They just pay the players and win stuff. I thought you were a Tottenham fan. You're thinking of Tombiz. I'm not a Tottenham fan. Invictus Gaming. An org that has been around a hell of a long time. 2011. Been in the LPL pretty much since it formed. Who owns Invictus Gaming? Wang Si Kong. And then where is the Weibo? That's 9 million, 9.5 million. A lot of people. I let my tracker shows up because you can tell I was looking at it before. 9.5 million. And I mean, I imagine Invictus Gaming might be pretty big in Dota, actually. I can't remember. I thought one of these was... Well, this is useless, so... Dota 2, Wikipedia. Yeah, relatively big. Future Gaming, that became rare atom, so... Yeah, fairly big. OMG. Actually, that's one that might... OMG Esports. Because they've been in the league since the start as well. 2012. Are they owned by anybody in particular? It doesn't look like it. One of the LPL teams have never had any foreign players in their history. Interesting. I mean, do they usually get Korean imports? If there's to be an import at all? Have there been some China teams that have imported, like, European players or, God forbid, Americans? I mean, it's crazy that we have that already in Valorant. 2 million. Who owns OMG Esports? Seems like the owner doesn't invest too much in recent years. Yeah, he was on VLR like as a 7th player, so... It says partners. I assume not. It's just a partnership. Right, here's one. LNG Sports. Li Ning is a Chinese athletic apparel company. It's owned by Li Ning, who... I don't even know where that opened up. Here we go. Billionaire entrepreneur. So he was just a really good gold medalist and now it's an apparel company. Fair play. And then his nephew has a very similar name to him and cashed out on his name effectively. Fair enough. That's not you. You're here. So when was LNG founded? 2019? Is that right? Yeah, it must be. Oh, really? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about. Like, I've just gone for the main org. Like, with some of these, I feel like they could potentially be high for their individual ones. They acquired Team Snake. I'm not too worried about like who they acquired, like roster-wise and stuff. I guess it's more like, where is their money coming from? How long have they been around? How long have they been involved in the LPL or other esports? Like LNG, I'm wondering. Oh wait, so it used to be Snake Esports and then it's a rebrand. More than anything. So it wasn't that they acquired it, they renamed it. Okay, that's very different. My bad. So Snake Esports. So they've actually kind of been around since 2013. How long have they been in the LPL for? LNG had a sponsored the tight LPL uniform this year. That's that's fucked. That is just way too much money to care. Like, you have a team and then you sponsor the league. I keep hearing things about IMA as well. I don't know if IMA are likely to make it. How long have Snake been in? Since 2015? The way if all the shoes had to be Nike? Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Like, imagine wearing that. It's kind of like if a team was sponsored by Jack in the Box in the US and every meal was Jack in the Box. That's just crazy. It just feels like otherworldly. Like I'm looking into some different, like, complete universe. Yeah, imagine uprooting Nike as a sponsor. Oh, man. It's China, to be fair. I mean, it just feels surreal. Yeah, like, what was I want to legal LPL teams current? So it's this, I think. Regular season. So Snake is what I'm looking for. Yeah. So they joined 2015. Previously Snake Esports. So they formed in 2013. Yeah. So in this, this was Snake Esports in the same vein that Rare Atom used to be Vici Gaming. Like, Li Ning just came in and quite literally swung his stick around. Oh my god, I am completely fucking this up. I'm not even looking at the wrong team. Oh, just fucking delete it. Start again. 2012. There we go. Jesus Lord. LNG. What kind of followers did they have again? Did we check? I mean, this is probably it. Let's find separate LNG from the L team state. Okay. I guess they can... 1.6 seems to be the highest. It's gonna complain at me. It might complain at me. I'm just gonna put 1.6. So I mean, actually, fucking, I'm gonna put a likely on LG at this rate. If they have a sponsor that's literally sponsoring out the league itself as well as having its own fucking team in the LPL, right, are you gonna want to grab this bad boy up? Fucking, we're all gonna be wearing Li Ning apparels. Fucking Shanghai, everybody's gonna be decked out in God knows what. Jesus. Hold on. I think that's the delivery for Beth. So be right back. I'm muted. Good spot. Oh, so what did I want to check? LNG Gaming. I just want to see what comes up first. League, naturally, because I've been in League since fairly early on. Anything else otherwise? No. Did they have a VALORANT team? Fuck off, they had a player called Ning on this roster as well. Oh man. What does page does this open up? Oh, this is the main one, okay. Will you watch Game Changers? I don't have permissions. I'm probably not going to watch Python, but I might watch some of the games like tomorrow on stream. I do want to watch Talon 2 for tomorrow. Matches, it literally is just a one game. Against Keep Best, which is the other org that we're about to look at, so that's useful. And Keep Best battered them. Did you see the roster? Yeah, I did. It looks good. Like, on the face of it, it looks like moves in the right direction. Which, same can be said for some other orgs in Pacific at least, so maybe, just maybe, DFM are not going to be the worst team in the league this year. But who knows? Keep Best, right. Why are people considering these guys to be an option? 1.3 million followers. They're not in the LPL. Why would Keep Best, isn't it? Gaming. Wild Rift. Okay, we might have worked it out. We go to Wild Rift statistics. Who's winning in these tournaments? Nova Esports. They were in China as well. FPX, J Team, Keep Best, JDG. Queso. I mean, that's pretty good for Queso standards. I mean, earnings are not great. Weibo. So yeah, Keep Best. Decent Wild Rift team. Kind of it. What's Mobile Legends? What people winning in this? Oh, Nick. This is the game that RRQ is known for, right? Oh, of course, this is Mobile Legends Bang Bang. That's the full name. Yeah. See you soon. There's SMG. Another RRQ team. I guess with a lot of esports like that, though, you do have brother sister teams. Like Zeta Division had 2 teams in Brawl Stars, I'm pretty sure. But who are we looking at? Because I don't really see them on this list of like earners. But they have a Mobile Legends team. Swear to God, it's on the Indonesian viewers. Well, I guess that's why they got in as the Indonesian representative. But I guess I'm still very confused at why I Keep Best. What's this PUBG? I mean, I feel like I've got all of these statistics pages now over here, and then Wolves statistics. Keep Best Gaming. So Wild Rift, and this is Mobile Legends, maybe? So basically, it's League. I honestly didn't know what kind of game Mobile Legends was. Yeah, so keep best to like a... How long have they been around? That's a good question. Were they in Wild Rift before Mobile Legends? Let's see. 2023? Is that when they were created? So that's why they have no money in Mobile Legends, because they just started. 2021. And they have 1.3 million followers already. So that's probably one of the reasons. Mobile Legends in Indonesia is like what League is in Korea. I mean, you got some Chinese orgs that are moving in. But it's still odd. I feel like I keep typing this in. Anything else about them? Really doesn't seem like it. Just a really good org in Wild Rift. Do we know who they're owned by? Nope. So it's Wild Rift that they're big in, I guess. Am I right? I hate that these are all just... So it's not Dota. Mobile Legends, they're not there. Wild Rift, they are here. So they've won a lot of events. Very young players, but I guess that's no surprise. In the most recent... Is that most recent event? No, these aren't in any particular order. It's just prize pools. Yeah, interesting. I actually don't know what is different between Wild Rift and League itself. We're almost done. Ultra Prime. I don't need this anymore. We've spoken about it enough. Ultra Prime Esports. They're big in League. They have a Wikipedia page. How many Weibo followers do you have? 1.2 million? I just want to double check this, not 12. 1.2. Still so many followers though. No, I know Wild Rift is just League of Legends but for the phone. But I didn't know like what was different in how the game actually played logistically. But yeah, Ultra Prime. You know it's a big old when they have their own fucking Wikipedia page like this. Nenking. Okay, who the fuck is Nenking? Any info? They have a pretty big... Formed in 2020. It's actually quite new. I didn't realize how new it was. Ultra Prime good in any other games, or is League the main one? Also field teams in Overwatch or Wild Rift? I don't remember them in Overwatch. Wild Rift, however. Where are we at? PUBG Mobile Arena, Wild Rift. Ultra Prime. Are they up here? No, not really. But I could do it off the years. To keep best of the most earning... Maybe that's why. Maybe because they're invested in this, that they're very interested. Right, might be interested in bringing them on board. probably a better way to actually do this. So in PUBG, who's earning a lot in PUBG at the moment? Sonic, 17 Gaming, Twisted Minds, Hungry Men. Kylo's done it. Earning more than the entirety of the United Kingdom. PUBG Mobile. Nova Esports, Hungry Men. Oh, wait. Kamba. So Tech is here. Tech must have won a major event if this is their winnings, though. Just one. So them and Tiamba, I guess, won the main events. So maybe Tech can steal something out there. So what we like. PUBG Mobile. Arena of Valor. They don't have it broken down into years, so kind of hard to check that a bit more specifically. World Rift, we just checked. Mobile Legends, what we like here. Echo, Onyx, RQ. Both our RQ teams are doing pretty well. Nobody else really. There's 3 RQ teams in the top 20 of earners. Actually, really not that many orgs that you'd recognize here, I guess. I guess because people maybe have moved to World Rift. 2023. Team Spirit. Team Spirit have been around for so long. They're a really old organization as well, aren't they? Yeah. I think that's kind of it then. We've got everything that we wanted. Ultra Prime. I guess this is more like a known for. Like, what is their game that's bringing in the... So, Ultra Prime, it's League. But LNG, it's probably League. OMG, League. Invictus, League. JDG, League. Literally nothing. League. I can get rid of that because the joke's too good. Top, League. RNG, League. BLG, League. Attacking Soul. It really is just Valorant, I'm pretty sure, for Attacking Soul. FPX, League. Rare Atom. Might be Dota. I wonder how much money that Vici Gaming has made from each of them. Vici Gaming. Dota shows up first, which is usually a telling sign. 10 million. On League? Is there a Wikipedia for League? I guess it's just a fandom one. Doesn't say. Yeah, they have CSGO too, but I'm like, what is their most known esport org? Pretty much. Probably Dota. Vici League is best known for having the Invictus Gaming owners sub in a game and win. Oh, I feel like that's a good story there. I'm going to put like a Dota asterisk on there because I mean, that's a pretty 10 million like earnings is pretty good for them. Oh, wait, actually, great question is how that actually correlates to, because there's a lot of money in Dota. Vici Gaming. So the top 10 earners. Tundra, I didn't realize actually had done that well. I mean, that's the good thing about Dota is it just catapults some orgs into a lot of money. Vici's in CSGO and Arena of Valor as well. Oh, like Arena of Valor. What's the money like? Yeah, I mean, I don't matter. Like, I was trying to maybe look at like the other games and stuff that they were in, but I just ended up being a bit more of a mess, really. I was just more like, okay, which orgs are like LPL? How long have they been in the LPL for? When were they founded? Who are their like big owners? How much clout do they have on Weibo, at least? And then if they're not in the LPL, what are they known for that could potentially, like, especially for these, like, bottom 6, maybe 7? Like, if they're not in the LPL, well, some of them are. Maybe I'll just do a conditional formatting to make that a bit easier. So, make it green if text is exactly yes. Probably make it a nicer green than that, like this. Add another rule. Text is exactly no. Make it like a dark red. Here we go. So at a glance we can see, okay, yeah, like Trace, really the only reason why they're that high is because they're going to make Ascension. But there's nothing about the org that they're in Crossfire. There's nothing about the org that would make Riot interested, I think, in picking them up as a partner option. But like you get to like Tyloo, who can still make Ascension. Like they have a long history. They've been in PUBG, they've been in CS. Still not an amazing following, but this could be wrong for sure. And like Tech especially. Like they're not in the LPL. They have a lot of followers and they're really big in PUBG Mobile. Like that's the kind of stuff that I want, I suppose. And like Nip are known for all sorts. I guess Nip's probably most popular in CS. Oh, I see. And then, so like 17, like big in PUBG. I think they were big in like PUBG Mobile as well. No, I'm thinking of 4am. Nightwings, they have literally 124 followers on Weibo. When you're looking at literal millions here, millions of people following, these guys are fucking 124. And they managed to sign Crystal for stage. With some of these as well, which ones were the Overwatch League? Yeah, Ultra Prime actually owned one show. I want to put that here too. Because these are not the big ones. These were Chengdu, kinda. I think it was that RNG ran it. They didn't own it, but they ran it. And then, obviously, Billy had Hangzhou. Kind of weird when you look at it and think about it that NetEase owned fucking a team too. Yeah, Hangzhou. I mean, I think it's clearly obvious that it is Hangzhou based off Billy's colors too. 4am was one of my favorite PUBG mobile teams. Yeah, I mean, they've done well in this esport as well. I mean, they had some promise, I suppose. But I think, yeah, like all of these squads is just... I really don't know. It's crazy. It's such a tough decision, I think, for Riot to make. Because you've got some of these organizations that have been in the league for 10 years now. Invictus Gaming. But if you've been working with them for 10 years and they feel like they're not investing or as interested anymore, then you want some of these other orgs that are killing it in other esports that would really benefit with being on a platform that Riot can give them. Is Nova on the list? It isn't, but it can be. I think Nova's actually a good one to add, you're right. Like, I don't think... They might make Ascension. I don't think they're that far off. Because I think that even if some of these orgs don't make Ascension, like Weibo might disband completely, but I imagine in some form they'll come back. Nova Esports formed in 2020. So they're not in the LPL. Don't need to worry about that. Founded 2020. Are they owned by anybody in particular? Imperium Global Holdings. So I imagine that is a fucking crazy owner. For Weibo, where are we with fan base? They have a Twitch channel, that's cool. 1.8? Oh, yeah, 1.9. And what are they known for? Are they in Dota at all? I mean, Dota's going to be the hardest one. If they're in the top 10, you'll know about them. I'll probably do overview and then see a bit more specifically. Who are we looking for? Nova? Not in Mobile Legends. Wild Rift. Top earners. So yeah, actually, there's probably like a good chance. Was it in the last year though? 8th in the last year. For what game we in? Arena of Valor. Did we just look at this one or we look at another one? Nothing there. Total for PUBG Mobile. Nova's right at the top again. So top earners in what games do we even look at? PUBG Mobile and Wild Rift. PUBG Mobile and Wild Rift. Maybe not an org for the VCT franchise, but for sure when Valorant Mobile comes out, I think these guys will come in. RNG is like an EG-like team because they have many financial issues. Oh yeah, Royal never grew up, but kind of screwed. Like the manager hadn't been paid for 3 months of work or however long. Might have been longer. But yeah, I think that this is like a good comprehensive list of, well, multiple orgs in China. Who are the LPL teams that we haven't got? LPL 2023. Who's here that we haven't listed? I also forget there's like 16 teams in this league too. So anyone's legend, don't know. Billy, yep. I know this org has been around for God knows how long. Yep, no, yep. So TT Gaming. And these three. Thunder Talk Gaming. Owned by TTU in. I mean, don't know, could be. TT Gaming, let's go. Yeah, maybe that's why. World Elite has been around forever, right? 2011, yeah. This has been a team that's been in the LPL since the very beginning. Or would they just not want to do a Valorant team? Oh, AG. I mean, I don't know if all gamers. I mean, there is a team. All gamers also have a large fan base. I mean, it's kind of crazy actually that like I remember these games. Like if I look through the playing stage now, some of the orgs in here I never even knew about, but they're actually kind of big deals. Like Regan's is pretty big in some like mobile esports games. Monarch, not heard of. Nightwings, I mean, yeah. Doyu's a massive website anyway. Keep Best is a massive organization as we've gone over. 4 Angry Men, big. LGD big, all gamers as we're talking about here. So even the AG would probably be a... I'll put them on the list. Not likely. The no, yes, since, well, 2013, right? And then founded 2011. Is it Team World Elite? In League. Who owns World Elite and All Gamers? Are they in StarCraft and Dota? They said Dota. Let's look at the money. Not quite. What's the team in Team W? Like the Team W, well, the Team World Elite in the LPL, right? Oh, am I getting really confused here? Any other trivia? Oh. Oh, I see. So I was looking at the wrong one. Gotcha. Anyone's Legend, sorry, is... How long have they been in the league? They've been around since 2021, so they've not been around as long. So does Team WE not have any like Valorant and anything going on? A rebrand of Rogue Warriors. How long have Rogue Warriors been around? 2017. And they were owned by Asus. Okay. I mean, it's really getting into the fucking pits now. Been a Malta League. $36 million is fucking well. Yeah, it's a prize pool, yeah. I mean, it's the way to keep people invested in Dota, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think now if there's anything else to go over. So I feel like we've kind of hit a lot of important things. I guess I could look for All Gamers. Anyone's Legends. I mean, I imagine their Weibo has the biggest audience. 360k. So is it AG? All Gamers? So these guys have anything else, or they're just doing League? It's only for LOL account. Yeah. They seem to have the biggest audience. And Rogue Warriors we looked at, and then we looked at TT Gaming. And then they had the 3 out of the 16 LPL logs that we've not spoken about. But I do like the Oh My God logo. Wait, it's not even 16 teams. Is it? It's 12, 17. 1, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 teams in the league is kind of weird. Oh, LGD are at the bottom. Anyone's Legends are at the bottom. Veratum are at the bottom. The summer standings. Pretty good. The LPL schedule is brutal. Oh, I have no doubt. Yeah, Huyendo you in Africa. All of this was done online, wasn't it? The broadcast. A lot of casters though. Holy shit. The 5 best of 3s. Oh, look, it actually shows like the home venues and stuff. I wonder how they actually did the broadcast for LPL. It's probably YouTube thingies of it. LPL Summer Finals, something like that. Because I imagine doing an English broadcast is kind of tough. Oh, did they actually do this from Shanghai?
I know, 37 degrees right now in Xi'an. It is hot as anything, and in a suit, do not go outside. But ladies and gentlemen, as we get towards our...
Absolutely destroyed some players. Right.
The casters online? They just got the hosts.
They can be... have the tank today in game number 1. We also get the Nocturne.
Did they actually show the casters at all?
From him. Focus. Frontline too. It's a bit of that jungler and allowing someone like VALORANT to play something a little bit more different late. We talked about the
Invite the English casters for Grand Final. That's cool. Regular season is online. Yeah, it's just LPL Summer. Rare Atom versus LGD. Like real toilet bowl game. Here we go. This looks more like a bit. I mean, that's just the highlights, isn't it? I kind of want to see like the whole broadcast to see how they're doing it. This one?
Over the wall.
Here we go.
Rather than patch 13.13, apparently, and there's a whole bunch of issues with the patch 13.13. So, you know, competitivity.
Like every week, there is
Okay.
one result.
Alright. I mean, I'd be down to do that if they did that for Valorant. Unfortunately, it's not going to be an English broadcast next year. From the sounds of it, that's not necessarily true. It sounds like there might be a period where there's not an English broadcast. But even then, it sounds like I Will Dominate and Cadril basically paying the casters to do it on their channels as like a watch party, which is like a sick move on them. But yeah, I think it's the logistical thing of TJ Esports, who do the production for LPL, not wanting to do an English broadcast anymore, and Riot now frantically trying to find either a third party to do it or they'll do it themselves. So there will be an English broadcast. It's just whether there's one in time for it to start for the next year. That's my understanding of what's going on. So, because I was worried that would mean that there wasn't going to be an English broadcast for China. However, I think that there probably will be. It really is just up in the air because Riot might go, actually, we're just going to like give a world feed to streamers and save money by not hiring casters. But that doesn't really feel like a Riot move to me. I feel like they'd want to actually have casters and stuff like that. So with any luck, that's what I get to do. I think I'd be more inclined to do that than to cast the EMEA. But it depends how much work and like what the rates are and stuff like that, you know? But I've genuinely been blessed with just sort of doing this. Like, for those who don't know, I'm on Plat Chat tomorrow to talk about China a bit more, which is nice. Because I thought that with Sideshow doing the watch parties the last couple of days of, like, this act, that he would be just kind of picking my brains about stuff he wasn't sure about. had to talk with the people from China as well on his end, and then effectively would just be the voice of reason for that. So the fact that they invited me along to talk about that is really nice. And I guess there is game changes as well, and I have some experience with that too. But yeah, I mean, this has been really insightful. I've been working on this since about 10 a.m. So I've been working 3 hours on what doesn't look like much, but I feel like we've got good parts of like the knowledge to go through. You end up doing it, just remember to pause at the beginning of games for the Chio exchange. Yeah, the fans are really good, like listening to it from like the watch parties. It's one of the small things I like a lot. You don't want to do it every single time because the fans are going to do it every single like breaking around, but yeah, for like the bigger moments, it's a very cool thing. And I hope that we get to hear that like for other teams that aren't Chinese at Shanghai. Like hearing people shout like Fnatic, Jai-Ho, Fnatic, Jai-Ho, sort of thing. That'd be a really cool thing. I only just seen the note you put with Weibo. Yeah. I don't actually know how many followers they have. I imagine they've like pulled it in their direction as much as possible. 1.35 million, that's a joke. I'm not even gonna put it. But yeah, I think that we've learned a lot about some of the orgs, and I think that it should be enough understanding to know like why Trace won't get in for partnership. They barely have any audience. They're doing stuff in Crossfire. They're not in League. They're not doing any of this. But also why a team that is in the like LGD, they've been in League since 2013. They have 5 million followers across their 2 main accounts. Why they might not get in? Because everything looks fine. Like they seem to tick all of the boxes. But I mean, for LPL, they came dead last. And maybe they just don't have the revenue to work with it. So, Riot are not going to partner with them. Riot would rather partner with some of these other orgs that might not be in the LPL, but have like pretty big followings in like other areas. Wait, that's a different word next to the number? What do you mean? For which one? For the Weibo? Yeah. Oh, on the website? Oh yeah, that's a different, you're right, that's a different bit of kanji. Hanzi even. Alright, yeah, fair enough. I was like, that doesn't seem like a lot. No, that is fucking everybody else's follower count combined, I'm pretty sure. That is 100. How many people live in the UK? There's twice the population of the UK. It is half the population of the States. Canada? Oh yeah, Canada's smaller than the UK. What am I thinking? What is a bigger country than the UK but smaller than India? I'm way off. I didn't realize how many people lived in India. I shouldn't be surprised. It's not the esports team, it's just the Weibo account. That would make a lot of sense, but you can't blame me for not being sure. Is this it? This seems more in line. 2 million, okay. Yeah, 2 million seems about right. I was going to say, 135 million on an esports channel feels like you're fluffing the numbers there a little bit. This is the... Oh, for God's sake. It's not even right. I've put in, like... Put in that, so I don't know. This is the... Just a Weibo channel. I don't think there is just a normal Weibo one. Not that I can see. Usually it comes up front and center. But I don't really know. Also, this website's hurting my eyes at this point. I wouldn't know how to search. I thought that would help me, but it's not. So we'll leave it there. Don't want to be scratching my head any further. They said different accounts for different rosters. Yeah, no surprise. I just didn't know whether... I just wanted to find out what the biggest Weibo gaming account was. That's how I've been doing it mostly. I didn't know if Weibo Gaming had like an account for all of their esports, basically. Like naturally, a lot of orgs do. But I'm gathering not. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's much to go over. Just like EDG Valorant has their own account. Yeah, I get you. I just didn't know if EDG had just what their biggest gaming account was. That's how I've been doing it. I don't like all gamers. I don't really care for like that or anyone Legends. It's usually something around 1 million. The main EDG account will retweet the volume. Yeah, I know. Make that a bit clearer. I'm also going to put Ascension. Because I could, like, I'm sort of thinking, like, tweeting this out. Because I could probably just take a picture of this and put it out. Because there's, like, quite a few good orgs in there. I'd just take a picture of my 4K. Do you reckon that's worth tweeting out? Or do you think there's too much, like, wrong bits there? There probably is wrong stuff in it that's going to get called out, but... all in the name of educating people on the orgs and shit like that. Because I feel pretty happy with this. I was thinking, like, maybe I do it. You know? Not anything else I want to do this morning. But yeah, I can clear a lot of these tabs. So many tabs open. I mean to clear all of them though. And I'm just DDoSing myself. Alright, I think that's it for the stream. Thank you much for watching. It's been a good day. I've enjoyed this. It's not really been a watch party. We're not really talking much Valorant, but I feel like people probably have learned something. These are me just writing down some of the other events that was going on at the moment, and also trying to work out how to do numbers. So yeah, trying to think of something to put on here in the meanwhile, because Chrome's just, I don't know how I deleted all of it, but that's fine. Google Sheets, is this the right one? Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. And yeah, is there anybody that might be good to host? I don't think so. Maybe Marcus. Marcus is live. Yeah, there's been a distinct lack of Valorant being watched in the stream, so I appreciate you all just, you know. Kempeki, I don't know Kempeki that well. I love your map ranking page in Notion. It's pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's accurate. Not anymore, at least. I haven't updated it. I just need to find a way that's like good for me to just put that information in, and then it'll work itself out. Waffle stream, yeah, but I mean, I guess it's nice. Like I've educated myself about stuff, so at the very least I can do that. And just a nice, you know, 2.5 hour stream looking at a spreadsheet and learning about some of the different orgs. But yeah, I think that's kind of everything, as far as I know. There should be a stream tomorrow, because like I said, I'm on Plat Chat, so if I don't watch these games live, I'll probably talk about it on, might rewatch those games on stream, but I definitely want to watch these games. I'm also, I guess, really curious on what comps they played, like what maps. They played a Bind, they played a lot of Haven, they played an Ascent, They played 2 Breezes. They didn't play Sunset, and they played 4 Lotuses. So quite a lot of maps to get through. They lost in bind overtime, and they lost to Full Sends in overtime, and then they got battered by Full Sends afterwards too. And then Ascent, they won in overtime. So many fucking overtime games, Jesus. Lost to Full Sends, at least won the rematch. Another overtime, 13-10, 13-8. Not the most inspiring of results. You can probably understand how you are a professional waffler, to be fair. Yeah, it is kind of my job. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching these games tomorrow, so maybe I'll just dedicate the stream to being like a Talon bad. But I will send you the way of So Marcus. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Hopefully see you tomorrow, or at very least hopefully see you on Plat Chat, 4 p.m. UK time. I think that starts. So basically in a couple of hours, in a day's time, essentially. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Bye. Very well. Good night. Well, no, good.